La Liga is back today, and so I thought it's time to get my predictions out there for the season. Who's going to win the league, who's going to finish mid-table-ish, and who's going to go down. Stay tuned. So starting off here with Deportivo Alaves. Now, they finished 15th last season. I mean, they conceded, they had a goal difference of 38 and a goal difference of -10. Scored 38, conceded 48, so yeah, the defence is definitely a bit shaky in that sense. Only got 10 wins all season. But I do think it will be enough for them to stay up this time round because the teams that have come up are a bit weak on that side. So I'm going to say Alaves will finish 15th once again. Yeah, I don't really see them like they could potentially progress, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, Athletic Bilbao. Now they've been one of the stories of the summer, to be brutally honest, because obviously the whole Nico Williams situation. It looked like he was going to go to Barca, but obviously never happened in the end. He ended up signing a new 10-year deal, which crazy stuff. To be fair, crazy stuff. But yeah, he's ended up staying there. And will they be able to continue what they did last season? Of course, they finished fourth in the Europa League, then La Liga, but they did finish in the semi-finals of the Europa League, only to get knocked out quite convincingly by Manchester United, which was pretty disappointing for Bilbao, I have to admit. But yeah, they finished in the top four last time out. Will they be able to do it again? I believe they will. They'll finish fourth once again. I just feel like they're the best of the rest, really. I feel like they are the best of the rest, and I just feel like they're going to be able to do a good job. Like, Atletico Madrid next. They've made some good signings this window, to be fair. They've made some good signings. Of course, they finished third last time out. If I just look at, yeah, they have made some good signings as well. They brought in Raspadori just recently. Hanko from Feyenoord. Thiago Almada's come in for them. Alex Bayin is the big signing for them. Yes, they signed him from Villarreal for like 39. It says 39 million pounds on here, but for euros, probably slightly bit more. But yeah, that's a very good signing for them. So I think Atletico Madrid could do some good things this season. And of course, with the fact that they still have Julian Alvarez, Griezmann's still doing well for them. I honestly think Atletico Madrid will finish second this year in La Liga. I just think they've got a good squad, and yeah, it could be Simeone's last real chance, to be fair. I mean, I say that, but he'll probably end up staying for another 10 years. You know what I mean? But yeah, Simeone probably feels like he could really push for the league now, but of course, based on these predictions, he'll come just short. And that leaves Barcelona. Of course, for those of you that don't know, you can probably tell by all the background. But yeah, I am a Barca fan, and yeah, we had a very good season last time out. Of course, we won the domestic treble, finished on 88 points in La Liga. Blue teams are weird, especially in the first half of the season. Like the offside trap, the high line, perfection. It was only in the second half of the season where we really started to like suffer the effects of playing the high line. But I mean, in terms of scoring goals, we were immense. 102 goals scored in La Liga. Like that is absolutely exceptional. But the only problem is with obviously our defence, we did suffer a bit in the second half of last season. And we have lost Inigo Martinez now. He's gone off to Saudi Arabia. So obviously our defence is a little bit weaker. But I do trust in Hansi Flick. And of course the additions were brought in. We brought in Joan Garcia from Espanyol, Rooney Bardghji from Copenhagen, and Marcus Rashford on loan from Man United. And based on pre-season, they've all not looked. They've looked pretty decent, to be fair. They have looked pretty decent, and I'm expecting big things. And can likes of Rafinha continue where he left off last season? Hopefully, we'll be able to. And then, of course, Lamine Yamal debut in the number 10 shirt this season. So I'm expecting big things, and I do believe that we will retain our La Liga trophy. We'll finish first again. It might be a bit closer compared to what it was last season, but overall, I still think we will be able to retain our La Liga title. Coming up next, we've got Real Betis. Now, of course, Betis finished 6th in La Liga last time out, and of course got to the Conference League final, where they unfortunately lost to Chelsea in the end. But yeah, Betis, good squad. I've actually seen them live, to be fair. Isco's still doing quite well for them, and of course they've got Rubal and the likes of all of them. So yeah, they're still a very good team, Real Betis. Abdir could have a big season for them potentially. So yeah, I have got Betis in 6th position once again. Yeah, I feel like, of course, they got the Europa League this time out because, yeah, top 5 in La Liga got Champions League last time out. So, Yeah, with Betis having Europa League, they might just stay like stagnate a bit. So yeah, I'll say they'll finish in 6th. As for Celta Vigo, now they'd finished just below Real Betis last time out, finishing in 7th. Of course, Iago Aspas is still doing mad things for them, even at the age of like what 37, 38. The guy just doesn't stop. But yeah, for Celta Vigo, I've got them in 11th. I just feel like their squad depth is kind of lacking a bit to do with European football. So I feel like they will suffer in that regard in the league. So I feel like they will fall down into 11th place. Now, Elche, they've come up from the Segunda Division, but I'm sorry, you finish in 19th. I'm sorry, you're going straight back down. I just don't see how Elche can realistically stay up, if I'm being brutally honest. I just don't see it. I just feel like they're too weak for the division, I've got to be honest. And then speaking of Espanyol, now they finished 14th last time out. But yeah, they lost their keeper, Juan Garcia. And he was a big reason as to why they stayed up in the end. So without him, you may say it's biased, but I think they're going down. 18th position for Espanyol, they will just go down. And yeah, I just feel like that's the way it is, unfortunately. They've lost their best keeper, arguably their best player. Yeah, I just don't see how they're going to be able to stay up, to be brutally honest. Getafe. Now, Getafe. Everybody hates Getafe, let me tell you. They finished 13th last time out, 42 points overall. They actually conceded more goals than they scored, to be fair, which is a bit odd for them. But yeah, Getafe, as much as I want to see that they'll go down, oh god, I'd hope for one day Getafe get relegated. But I think they'll finish 14th, one position less than what they did what they managed to achieve last season. But yeah, with the so-called football they play, oh, you just want them to go down. You really do. Oh man, but yeah, Getafe, maybe keep an eye out for them, but honestly, I'd recommend you don't. Girona, now they finished 16th last time out because yeah, they lost quite a few of their star players, Dovbyk, Alex Garcia. So yeah, they really did struggle in that sense. But they still do have Sigangov, so hope with a bit of luck, maybe he can carry them a bit up the table. So I believe they will finish 13th this time out, a little bit of an improvement from where they finished last season. But yeah, I just don't think Sigangov is able to be a one-man army and just carry that entire team. Because yeah, Van der Beek isn't exactly firing. You got Daley Blind, who's like closer to a pension than what he is to being a competent footballer these days. No offense, but yeah, it's just not great. Levante, right? They come up from the Segunda as well, but I do believe they will just about survive. That's if they can get more than 3 players registered. Because at this moment in time, Levante have only got 3 players registered in La Liga. But that just shows you the state of La Liga, to be honest. There's like 158 players still unregistered as of the time of recording this. So yeah, it's an absolute nightmare scenario. It just shows you how much of a joke the way the league's run. Every other club is seeming to have issues registering players, bar one, and I think we all know who that one is. So yeah, Levante, 17th for them. I think they will just about survive. This is obviously bearing that they can actually get more than 3 players registered, but yeah, Levante just about survive in my opinion. Right, Real Mallorca, last season they finished 10th. A good season for them, to be brutally honest. Very good season. And of course, they made the addition of Pablo Torre. They've signed him from Barca. And yeah, I feel like he could have a really good campaign for them. So I believe Mallorca will finish in 10th once again. But keep a close eye on them, because I really do feel like they could definitely rise up that table and definitely take advantage of the fact that they don't have any European football to worry about. Next is Osasuna, and now they just finished just above Mallorca last season in 9th position on 52 points. Had a decent campaign, to be fair. I remember early on last season when we played against them and we rotated pretty much our entire team and we got absolutely destroyed. Zaragoza just destroyed us, to be fair, but of course he's not there anymore. So I have put Osasuna in 8th position. I feel like they will improve a bit. They will get up to 8th position, and yeah, El Sadar is just it's a very difficult time. I'm losing my train of thought. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, Osasuna, it's always a difficult place to go on an away day, and yeah, they've got some good form, to be fair, and I feel like they'll have a good season. Rayo Oviedo, Real Oviedo. They've got Santi Cazorla, so in a way I'd hope they'd stayed up, but I'm sorry, you're finishing rock bottom. Like, they're the weakest of the three that's come up. Yeah, I want to say they can stay up, but I just don't see it personally. I just don't see it, unfortunately. Santi Cazorla, yes, I'd want him to be able to carry them in order to stay up, but I just don't see it happening, unfortunately. He can't do it all on his own, and the age he's at now, yeah. It's pretty hard for him. Right, Rayo Vallecano, they finished 8th last time out, and yeah, they're having some good seasons, to be fair, and Tekka's doing alright. They've got, of course, Izzy Piazon, he's their main man, of course. So yeah, I'm going to say that Vallecano will finish in 7th. I feel like they'll improve a position. Now, it depends if, obviously, if it's top 5 in La Liga, get Champions League again, then that would mean Vallecano would get into the Europa League. They are in the Conference League this season, though, so maybe that could affect them slightly. But as of right now, I will say they will finish in 7th position. Now, Real Madrid. Yeah, of course, they've had a new manager, Xabi Alonso. They've had, obviously, new signings and the likes of Dean Huijsen, Trent, that new Argentinian wonder kid, Masdawando, I think he's called. Yeah, they've come in. And yeah, I mean, it might be a bit of a transitional period for Real Madrid. I mean, of course, they've come off a trophy this season. Yes, of course, Mbappe got the golden boot and whatnot, but you've got to admit he has made their attack worse. Compared to where they were 2 seasons ago, compared, obviously, now, yeah, it's not great. So, yeah, Vinicius Jr. is having a stinker. I honestly, this might sound mad, but if I was Florentino Perez, I would sell Vinicius Jr. because he's crap. He's absolutely crap, and he proved that last season. Bellingham had a decent campaign. Rodrigo looks like he could be out the door. So yeah, I feel like it could be a bit of a transitional period here for Real Madrid, so I think they'll finish 3rd in La Liga this time out. Yeah, I just feel like, obviously, Xabi Alonso, he'll want to implement his style of football, and then, of course, the players will take time to adapt. And yeah, obviously, yeah, it's a bit of a transitional period for the new signings as well, like the likes of Trent and Huijsen. So yeah, time will tell on that one. Real Sociedad had a bit of a disappointing campaign last time out for their standards, finishing in 11th. Had quite a few losses on there, though of course they got slapped off Atletico Madrid 4-0 on the 10th of May, which was not ideal for them. So yeah, the fact that they're not in Europe, it could benefit them, to be fair, and I believe they will finish in 9th. They'll get back up 2 positions, but again, just missing out on European football, because, yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did end up finishing higher, because obviously they could benefit from not having European football, whereas the likes of Osasuna and Vallecano do. So it'd be interesting to see if they can benefit in that sense. Right, Sevilla up next, and yeah, of course, they've flirted with relegation for quite some time now. They've had a lot of financial issues, Sevilla, over the past few years. Finished 17th last time out, only 1 point the difference. They only, literally, they survived by a point last season. The Ghana is going down in their expense. But yeah, Sevilla, I believe they will finish 16th this time out. I feel like they will improve slightly. And just because I feel like the teams below them are weaker. Of course, 3 of them have come up from the Segunda Division. So yeah, I feel like Sevilla will have it might be tight, I will admit. It will be tight. This bottom 4, but maybe excluding Oviedo, I feel like that bottom 4 will be quite tight. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Valencia, again, another team with financial issues. Not as good as what they used to be, like, say, 5, 6, 7 years ago. But they are still... They're managing to recover a bit under Carlos Corberán, finishing 12th last season on 46 points. It's not too bad, actually. So I feel like maybe they could improve again, but I've got them down in 12th once again. I mean, it depends on how, really, if they can really sort out the financial mess they're in, but there's quite a few clubs in La Liga, unfortunately, who are in a bit of a financial turmoil, unfortunately, just the way it is. And then finally, that leaves us with Villarreal, who finished in 5th last time out, and of course, as you guys can see, there's only 1 spot left, and that's 5th. So I believe Villarreal will finish 5th once again, and then, yeah, they had a good season last time out. Of course, Gerard Moreno is still cooking for them, but of course, they have lost Alex Baena, so maybe the loss of him will affect them slightly, but of course, time will tell. And there we go, guys. That is my La Liga table for the 2025-26 season. If you agree with me or disagree, then feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below on how you would have the La Liga table. Thank you all for watching this video, and if you've enjoyed, feel free to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you for the next one, where we'll be doing our Premier League predictions, and that'll be out later today, so stay tuned.